You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
Thanks for staying with 11 Alive Morning News. Time now is 6:47.
For the next 11 minutes, only on 11 Alive, we'll have nonstop coverage on everything you need to know to plan your day. First, what we're learning this morning after a sleeping mother and her baby were shot in DeKalb County. Parents in Marietta outraged over a banned book in the school district. Coming up, what they are planning for tonight's board meeting.
Clouds are in place, but no rain coming out of those clouds, at least for today. Tomorrow, a different story. I have the details coming up.
And unfortunately, we have confirmed this is a police investigation that has shut down Powder Springs at Hurt Road. I've got your alternates around.
We are starting your 11 minutes of nonstop news with breaking news in DeKalb County.
That is where a 170-year-old home caught fire overnight inside Stone Mountain Park. This is a live look of the Dickey House in Historic Square. Officials tell us that fire started on the upper floors of the building. Crews still out there on the scene working this fire. This house dates back to the 1840s. It was relocated to the Historic Square in 1961 and filled with a lot of historical items that could have been lost here in the fire.
Everything in there, it represents the era of the 1800s. It's all antiques, all from that era, and it's just a historic representation of the 1860s.
Again, the focus of this investigation is starting on the upper floors where they do believe that fire started.
Right now, a mom.
I'm Ariana Manise live at DeKalb County Police. We are learning that a mom and her baby are recovering this morning after they were injured during a shooting. This happened overnight at a home on Wow Ginger Run in Lithonia. We're learning that the baby is 7 months old and the mom is 29. They were both sleeping inside the home when this happened. Police tell us the baby was grazed by a bullet and the mom was shot. They were taken to the hospital and they are expected to recover. Police tell us that the home was shot at 5 times and believe it started as an argument between a young man who was living inside the home and a group of men outside the home, and they do not believe the mom and baby were the intended targets. We're also learning that other children were also inside the home at the time of the shooting. The DeKalb County Police are asking if anyone knows anything and they can help them with this investigation to give them a call. Back to you.
I'm Jerry Carnes. Tonight, parents in Marietta are going to take a second shot at convincing school administrators to reinstate a book that was banned by the superintendent. Those parents have collected more than 100 signatures on a petition in an effort to bring back the graphic novel Flamer back to Marietta City Schools. Flamer is about a gay teenager at summer camp and was the 4th most banned book in the United States in 2022. Parents will present their petition to the board at tonight's meeting that begins at 6 o'clock.
This morning, there's a new twist in the Georgia election interference case, part of a conversation between former Trump attorney Jenna Ellis and Fulton County prosecutors in December of 2020. She says a top presidential aide told her the former president was not going to leave the White House. The Washington Post obtained video of that interview with prosecutors, which was part of her recent plea deal. And that was look at your Tuesday morning headlines.
Cloudy start to the day, Chelsea, but not going to be too shabby.
That's absolutely right. I think temperatures will get up to where they should be for this time of year. Starting off cool in some spots, in fact chilly in others up the far north. You got the clouds in place, but no rain coming out of those clouds. 30s up here to the north. You got 43 degrees right now in Canton, 47 over into Marietta, 55 the warm spot in Atlanta, 50 in Carrollton. You're at 52 degrees down in Thomaston at the current tower. Your what to wear forecast calls for a light jacket or a light sweater. May hold on to it through the day. Even though we'll get up to 64 degrees, we'll have the clouds in place and it will be a bit breezy at times. Those winds out of the east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Gusts could be a little bit higher than that. Rain stays down to the south of us. We're tracking area of low pressure down here to the Gulf that will slide over toward the east. It will lift a little bit further to the north and will spread this rainfall our way, but it won't arrive here until tomorrow. That's when we'll see a little better chance for some light rain to get in. We'll be on the northern fringes of this area of low pressure, so some of that will start to spread a little bit further to the north before making its way out of the area. Looking at a 40% chance for the rain for tomorrow, down to a 20% chance by Thursday. Then a front comes through on Friday. We'll bring another slight chance for some rain to come our way. Fortunately, we clear out as we head through the weekend. By Saturday, look at the sunshine back in here, looking pretty for the weekend. Here's how it all plays out for us. Forecast track model. You can follow along with me with the time right there at the top of the screen. Shows a few breaks in those clouds already this morning, but thicker clouds will move in as we head toward the afternoon. We'll wind up with mostly cloudy skies pretty much all day today without the rain. But by tomorrow, that changes. We'll get some light rain in here early on. I think our morning commute will be a little bit wet. You're looking at light rain, some moderate pockets down here to the south. We may get one or two of those. For the most part, the rain stays light. Once we get to the afternoon, things begin to settle down, back down to the south. We'll hold on to an isolated shower, possibility for an isolated shower as we head into Thursday. For the most part, we'll stay dry. And then on Friday, again, we'll be looking for that front to come through and bring in a little better chance for some rain, mainly during the evening going into Saturday morning. That's the timing right now. 64 degrees for your high temperature today, a bit cooler thanks to the rain and the clouds around for tomorrow, looking at 55 for your high temperature. Back to the 60s with a little bit of sunshine coming back to us by Thursday and Friday. We'll give it 8s on the wazometer. And then over the weekend, getting a little bit better with a 9 and a 10 Saturday and Sunday. We start you off with a few clouds in the morning. We'll get the sunshine in by the afternoon. 63 degrees will be the high temperature. 65, right where we should be for this time of year on Sunday with mostly sunny skies. That'll be nice, and we'll hold on to those low 60s as we head into next week.
Thank you. In East Point, people living near one after-hours bar, they're really concerned for their safety. This comes after 2 deadly shootings happened outside the bar while it was open. Now one council member is asking for last call hours to change.
The residents are feeling a lot of pain, and we need to take away some of that so they can have peace in their neighborhood.
Council agrees that the cutoff needs to be much earlier. Right now, alcohol can be served until 5 a.m. citywide. One proposal would include a midnight cutoff for bars located near residential areas. Everywhere else would be 2 a.m. We do expect council to decide on the times and then vote on it in December.
Time now is 6:54. School buses are expensive to buy, expensive to maintain. Districts across Metro Atlanta now say they're having to wait longer for the new buses that they need, including Hall County, which just ordered 12 new buses.
It was originally due to be completed right about now. We're now told that that delivery will be in 2025.
Take a look at this map. It gives a good perspective on how the delays get worse the further you get from Atlanta. We reached out to 3 bus manufacturers, got response from 2. Bluebird says there's a high demand for school buses, but the global supply chain faces strains from logistical challenges, increased demand, and labor shortages. So for now, the districts say they are making the best with the buses they have.
All new this morning, we are only 9 days away from Thanksgiving. Next Thursday is coming up soon, so if you are hosting that big feast this year, you might get a little sticker shock. We have a few money-saving tips to help you plan for Turkey Day. First, you got to create a budget and stick to it. 2, scale back on the menu a little bit. Leave out the sides that just aren't a big, huge hit every year. 3, do it potluck style. Have everyone to chip in and bring a side or a dessert. 4, buy in bulk. That can be so much cheaper, and shop around for the best deals.
When you start early enough, you've got time to piece together your meal from this place and this place and this place.
And finally, I know it's so convenient, but you got to get rid of that pre-made and pre-cut food. Buying your fruits and veggies and then cutting them yourself can be so much cheaper.
Of course, what's Thanksgiving without the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? And this year it's starting earlier, 8:30, a half hour earlier. Coming up on the Today Show, we'll give you a sneak peek at some of the new floats you'll see in this 97th Macy's Day Parade.
We know it's going to be a big hit, Baby Shark. All right, some good news for your Tuesday morning happening today. Dunkin' is teaming with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta to celebrate Blanche's birthday. Blanche is named after one of the Golden Girls, you know, the spicy one. This golden retriever delivers therapy to patients in the Aflac Cancer and Blood Disorder Center there at Scottish Rite. Blanche is part of the Dunkin's Joy in Childhood Foundation Dogs for Joy program, which helps to just increase the number of service dogs who work in children's hospitals full time. Later this morning, patients and staff will treat Blanche to a birthday party. Everyone who attends will, of course, get a free donut, Chesley.
Very nice. All right, by noon today, cloudy. That's the way it's going to look. 61 degrees will be your temperature by then. A bit breezy out there as well. So go ahead and grab your light sweater or a light jacket. You're going to need that for today. Those winds out of the east about 10 to 15 miles per hour. 64 degrees will be our afternoon high. We'll hit that right around 3 o'clock. By 6, driving home, we'll be doing so in the dark and more clouds. Temperatures right around 56 degrees by then.
Congratulations, Trey Young and his wife Shelby on their new baby girl. This is so sweet. That's Trey, his son Titus. The baby is named Teal. Hill. She is beautiful, and they shared the message, Mama brought you into this world. Now Titus and Dada are going to forever protect you. Congratulations to the family.
All right, season started. You got a new baby at home. Thinking of you, Trey. Ice Trey, we wish you plenty nights of great rest for you and Shelby.
No sleep through the holidays.
That's all right. He'll sink them on no sleep. Have a great day, everybody. Today's show is coming up next.